Hi guys, welcome to Prem Talk. Yet another video. I believe the last time we were here together, I was speaking about, Benni McCarthy's first game as Harambee Stars coach that ended in a 3-3 draw with the Gambia. So it was a really good video. Thank you for the number of people who viewed the video. Please feel free to drop a comment down there, drop a like, and subscribe onto the channel, and you'll be getting more content, general football, uh, since of course now we are still at the dying embers of the international break, I believe. So today's video is still going to be on the Harambee Stars, but like a review of the game that we had against the Gabon. And then since now the international break is about to end and we are now entering into the final stretch of the Premier League season, so we'll be getting more general Premier League videos coming up, I believe sometime this week, because the Premier League will resume in the following week. That is after this weekend, because this weekend there will be, the FA Cup quarterfinals, and the Premier League will resume as from Tuesday. So you will be getting a preview of all the games that will be there, and then you will also be getting a focused preview video of, my beloved Chelsea. As you all know, I'm a Chelsea fan, so uh, those are the videos that will be coming up this week. So feel free to catch up with me. We'll update you all on when the videos shall be, but it'll be really lovely to interact and get to know each other even far much better. And plus, I do remember I owe you guys a live video so that we can have a chat live. You can ask whatever you want about me and anything else, and how you like the channel to continue to grow, tips and everything. And I'm a very open man. We can definitely get to know and grow this channel together, because the channel is nothing without you, uh, the listeners, the viewers, the subscribers. It's nothing without you. So you guys make this channel. So uh, after all that, you know, by the ways that, let me call them that. Uh, we are now at the review of Gabon, the Gabon game in which we ended up losing to 2-1 to them at Nyayo National Stadium. First things first, the attendance was good, was really, really good. Granted, it was the first match in a while that, we played on home soil, because we've been playing most of the home games away from home, because the stadiums were being renovated. And it was a really good turnout. The fans were there and made a really uh, raucous atmosphere, made it more difficult for Gabon to have their way, in the stadium. So it was a really huge turnout by the fans, and they really pushed on the Harambee Stars, sadly in a losing effort. Uh, so to the game specifically, first half we started off more of the same. This being the second game, it's now becoming more of a theme in which Benni McCarthy's Harambee Stars, always end up starting slow, and then pick up in the second half, because it was a bit of a dead first half. For the Harambee Stars, we gave a lot of respect for lack of a better word, to Gabon, and they ended up, taking their first chance, I believe, from Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, and it exposed some weaknesses that from the two games I have noticed at the back with Benni McCarthy's team. Uh, Another poor goal to concede. Again, down that same left hand side with Marcelo Ouma and Daniel Anyembe this time. So I believe that's more homework for Benny McCarthy to have to work on, because those were really that was a really poor goal to concede. In which, first of all, Gabon had found some huge amount of space in that midfield area, and uh, unattached, the I believe it was Kanga. Yeah, Kanga played a wonderful ball through to Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, who had peeled away from, his man, that is Daniel Anyembe. And sadly, again, he was left to fend for himself because Marcelo Ouma was caught high up the pitch. So Anyembe was there again, 1v1, and Aubameyang really uh, ruthlessly dispatched that opportunity to make it 1-0 to Gabon. And we did pick up a bit, but we found ourselves in stages where we were veering away from the tactical plan, trying to, because at first I noticed that we were attempting to play out from the back, build from the back, drag the Gabonese onto us to, create space out for out wide and in behind for, our two wingers, Bajaber and Lenkope. So it was really working, but then at some point we sort of reverted back to the old ways of, lumping balls forward, and rushing attacks, which in all honesty ended up giving the Gabonese defense, a bit of an easier time to mop up at the back. But I was impressed by, at the start in which we stuck to our principles and, were trying to play our game. Then, as I mentioned, we lost sight a bit of it. Uh, and the first half, at least we picked up a bit, but it was, it wasn't ruthless enough, if I may borrow that one. Uh, we found a lot of half chances, but, were not ruthless enough to uh, kill the Gabonese off. So that was how the first half went. What I will describe it best as is, spirited, but, lack of quality performance in the first half. But I'm so glad that again in the second half things picked up, and we went back to, finding our wingers, Marcelo Uma marauding down the left hand side and, creating havoc for the Gabonese defense. And the build up from the back really improved. We controlled that second half, but just at the beginning, if I may go back a little, at the beginning of the second half, Aubameyang yet again converted from the spot after a bit of a similar ball that he received from when he scored the first goal. This time his shot ended up, catching the hand or arm of, Eric Marcelo Ouma, who, let's be honest, it's a handball. Uh, his arm was raised, far, that I believe the term is far away from his body, not in a natural position. So, and I do expect him to know that because he does play in Europe, and these are rules that are, that are highly enforced on those parts of the world. So, a bit disappointed by Marcelo Oma for that. So obvious Aubameyang was never going to miss the penalty. He's a specialist on that, and he gets his second goal. But yet again, I must admit that we had a really wonderful time. Sorry about that. Yes, guys. Sorry about that. Okay, where were we? I believe we were talking about, the second half. I believe that after Aubameyang scored his penalty and make it 2-0 to, Gabon, um, we improved a lot, and in fact, our playing out from the back really developed really well. We enjoyed ourselves. Um, uh, it was a bit of beautiful play that was happening. The football was really wonderful to watch. Building out from the back, playing balls from defense to midfield to attack, and it ended up, resulting in one of the in a goal for Michael Olunga, our talisman, and it yet again came from our left back, marauding left back in Marcelo Uma, who played a really beautiful one too with Bajabel down the left, and uh, at least at this point in time, I'd like to say thank for the first time for him. He really played a beautiful cross, low and hard, in which gave Olunga an easier job to do, in which he just had to tap into the net, and he did it to make it 2-1, and we stuck to our press, stuck to working hard to get the ball back and playing it at our tempo, looking for that equalizer vehemently. So we played really well in that second half. I was really impressed, though we didn't end up getting the rewards of an equalizer and even a possible winner. But that second half performance really really impressed me. So from the two games, I believe Benny McCarthy has some homework to do, in which the first thing, he has to work on that defense. He has to pick his two center backs that he trusts and stick with them, no matter who it shall be. Just speak them and stick with them, work with them in regards to how he wants them to play. And I believe a lot of work also needs to go down that left hand side for Marcelo Uma in regards to his defensive capabilities. And I believe the best thing for him, so as not to curtail his attacking verve, will be uh, if we were to go to a three at the back, just get a more solid, you know, defensive partner behind him, make it more of a 5-3-2, and or with Ronnie Onyango playing as the quote unquote right back, but in real sense will be playing the right wing back role, with Marcelo playing the left wing back role, and have your three centre backs there and your two midfielders in there. In fact, I wanted to mention a word of the sitting midfielders, in which I believe they had a average game. Let me not say poor, average, because we got caught up in a lot of counters because they were too slow in reacting, uh, too slow to cover up the spaces that Gabon were easily finding. So I believe that midfield shape needs to change. That midfield personnel has to improve, because you can't play Akumo and Richard Odada together in that midfield, and because they are going to be overrun, and sadly they lack pace. They do have the physicality but lack the pace. So only one of them can play and get in, young, energetic, hungry, and able to fast, able to cover the grass and be more effective in countering those counters that Gabon were easily creating. So yes, it was a good game. Sadly, we ended up losing, but the performance was really good. And at this point in time, this being Benny McCarthy's second game, I believe, it's not a bad start. So, bearing in mind where we are in the table qualifiers wise, I believe we should stay focused on, the CHAN that is coming up, the Africa Cup of Nations that are coming up, because I have a very optimistic view that, with Benny McCarthy at the helm, we will do far much better in these tournaments, because the style he is implementing is a really wonderful style of football, and something that, us Kenyans will be proud of watching the Harambee Stars. So thank you for watching the video, and have a lovely day, and see you all sometime this week. So thank you for watching. Please guys, have a lovely day. Like, share, subscribe, and enjoy yourselves. Bye.